Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Wizardry LOLs. The LOLs never stop in Wizardry Labyrinth of Lost Souls. I did some things off screen. I did grinding and farming, which is about the only thing I'll ever do off screen because otherwise I'm cheating you guys out of seeing interesting content. So I spent a long time grinding for those darn Grim Circlets. It took me over an hour to get the remaining 2 Grim Circlets. In the process, I confirmed that going through a door definitely has a higher chance of triggering a random encounter, because I found an area on B3 of the Dungeon of Trials where there's this long series of doors you can go through, and by just stepping through that area over and over, I managed to get a far higher random encounter rate than by just wandering around randomly. So that pretty well confirmed that stepping through the doors was making me have more encounters. And that's really useful when you want to grind and farm. My cat is staring at me just really intently, and it's distracting. But even then, it took me like over an hour to get these remaining 2 Grim Circlets, so the drop rate is stupidly low. And in the process, I also got the remaining reagents, because I think 5 reagents is going to be enough to complete the quest that we haven't even gotten yet, that we're going to get when we turn in the Grim Circlets, I think. So I believe we'll be able to complete 2 quests in a row. I just wanted to get this done, because I feel like we're at the point in the game where we were supposed to have finished this quest a while ago, so I didn't want to leave it simmering on the back burner. In the process of getting these, I got a lot of other drops. A lot of it is just random crap that we're going to sell, but one thing that was actually pretty good that we got was a Seeker Ring +5, which went on Izumi. The only thing of any real interest that happened off screen is Izumi actually set off a trap. The first and only time it's actually happened in this playthrough so far. So that confirms it's not bugged. It can happen. I guess those other times, it must just be that if you fail to disarm a trap, it doesn't automatically set it off in this game. There's a chance that you just fail and have to try again. And I'm actually really glad to know that, because I was actually a little bummed when I thought there was a possibility that we were never going to set off a trap ever, because that removes a threat from the game, and the threats are what make it fun. So that was cool. Let's see. Oh, so that also means that this toolkit, which gives T skill plus, that I'm pretty sure would make her trap disabling better, is potentially tempting to put on her had I not gotten this Seeker Ring +5 with Defense 6 on it. I kind of still don't want to equip the toolkit if I can give her that instead, and they're both an accessory, so it has to be one or the other. Anyway, we have a lot of stuff to sell. So let's go to the item shop. Gloves are garbage. Sell gloves. We already have a poison needle plus, what, 5, 6, so maybe even +7, whatever it is. We don't need a regular poison needle, it has no plus on it. Oh yeah. One other thing. I got an extra black robe that I put on Valrus because black robes can be equipped on mages, as I noticed. So he actually has a decent piece of equipment now. It's just about his only decent piece of equipment. I guess the shoes +3 are okay. But hey, finally we're kitting Valrus out with some stuff. Also, we really need to replace his weapon, since that fire wand broke when we used it. Let's try to remember to do that, although there's a 50-50 chance I'll forget, because I'm like that. But anyway, we don't need this extra black robe. We have tons of them now. Because Izumi's wearing thief garb and not a black robe anymore. But if Valrus is wearing one, and Cecily's wearing one, and we have a white robe, I feel like we don't need this extra black robe. That's worth a pretty good amount of money, so we're going to sell it. Here it is. Nice. Shoes +2, everybody has shoes that good or better. Get sold, gloves are garbage, ring mail is garbage. Bastard sword is garbage. Longsword, garbage. Gloves. Look at all this random crap I got while I was trying to farm those stupid Grim Circlets. Good grief, more ring mail. Life shield, just sell it. Oh, I might not have meant to sell that bastard sword. Now Radar doesn't have the option of going one-handed plus an iron shield. Oops. Oh well, we have extras. It's fine. No, don't sell. Go back into... Oh, we're up to 544,000 gold? We're just about to where we can afford Izumi's black attire. I think we're going to be able to. That's exciting. But first... Sorry, Radar, I didn't mean to sell your backup weapon in case we're in a situation where you need the defense more than the offense. Okay, back to selling. We ran low on inventory space. We were bleeding into Izumi's inventory. We got so much crap. Okay, now Radar has that bastard sword. We don't need this one. Breastplate is crap. We have an extra map of Sheen Mead. We don't need another one. Oh, we had two, actually. Sheen Mead. Sheen Mid. Good grief. We don't need this light sheet. Oh, wait. I gave her a light shield in case I ever want her to go with that on her offhand instead of the boomerang or bastard sword, whichever one she's offhanding. So we'll hang on to that. Ditto the toolkit in case we start failing at disarming traps or picking locks or something. We'll put that on her, make her better at it. Dagger we sell, longsword we sell, robe +1 is obsolete, breastplate we sell. I think that's it. Can we already afford the black attire? If not, we're close. Pool gold. Oh, we're so close. We're what, 25,000 away? I'm sure we can pull some things out of storage to sell to make up that little difference. Let's see if anybody wants to trade anything at the guild real quick, I guess. Oh, a great sword in exchange for a dragon slayer. That's crap. We're not going to do that. So some new things did appear. But a dragon slayer is way better than a great sword. Why would I ever do that trade? None of these are exciting trades, so no thanks. They usually aren't. Every once in a while you see a good one, but usually they're pretty terrible. While I'm thinking of it, let's throw a heal on the party. People took very small amounts of damage, but the things on Dungeon of Trials B3 are not threatening to this party. Alright, what can we get out of storage? Something worth a lot of money. I don't actually know how much all of this is worth. So we need 25,000. I think we can sell the sling for 7,000 something. The light shield maybe for 2,000 something. I'm gonna hang on to the bishop's book. Oh, it was a +9 poison needle. Gosh dang. I'm tempted to pull that out of storage just to have it available. We've never run out of inventory. When I was specifically going out of my way to farm very intensely, I even then didn't run out of inventory. I don't know if I really need the priest's book. I don't think that I'd ever have trouble changing to a priest if I wanted to. Unless it was with a neutral character, but... Like what? What am I going to do? Change Izumi to a priest? I don't think so. We have an extra bastard sword. The only reason I'm hanging on to this death ring is in case someone wants to trade for it, but if it's worth a lot of money, I'd rather have the money. I'm never going to equip it. It's a terrible item. It has so many penalties on it. But if we can get to where we need to be without selling it, because it's kind of rare. Oh geez, the light shield was worth less than I thought. I was right about how much we can get for the sling. Looks like we're going to have to sell that death ring to push us over the threshold. Yeah, we're still a little short because it's 580. Wait. No, when we turn in our quest, I'm sure he'll pay us. Maybe that'll push us over the threshold. Let's do that. Hey, Iron Hand. Your quest sucked because the drop rate on the Grim Circlets is stupidly low. Better give me a decent amount of money this time. Alright. Considering how long it took, 10,000 isn't great, but it's better than nothing. I think we still don't have enough though, do we? We're 2,000 short, come on. I think a new quest will have appeared at the guild though. Quest board. Yes, reagent gathering, memory accurate. Nice. I already have them. I think 5 is the number you need, so I think I'm good. Adventures with extra time to kill preferred. I mean, I did have over an hour that I spent doing this, but I'm actually very busy, so I was resentful about that. And saying I have a lot of time to kill is quite rude. Well, you know, I'm a very productive member of society. Not that I want to be, but I kind of have to be. Tanomdaze, which just means counting on you. Well, counting on us seems to work out pretty well. We're pretty competent somehow. Oh, can I do this quest over and over? Oh, okay. So, I mean, that's a terrible way to get money. Like, if you're trying to do that for the money, you're doing it wrong. There's way more efficient ways to get money way faster than that. If you just happen to get the Grim Circlets, and sure, turn them in and get the money, but don't go out of your way to do it except to complete the quest. Because I'm a quest completionist. We're going to complete every quest in the game, hopefully. Searching for reagent. Not uncommon to find it when encountering grave mists. Actually, you can get it from a lot of kinds of undead. Skeletons were dropping them when I was farming in the on Dungeon Trials B3, and the Grim Circlets are dropped by undead goblins and undead kobolds. He needs 10? I thought he needed 5. No, we don't have... No. I was wrong. We need 10. Oh my god, farming another 5 of those would take, like, probably 2 more hours. I'm not gonna do that right now. Oh my god. That means I don't quite have enough money. I'm 2,000 short. Well, 1,500. Well, my cat's is fed up with my LPing. Okay, what else can we pull out of storage? Because even though the Death Ring is a crap piece of equipment, it's super rare. So I feel like there might be a better use for it. Okay, Fighter's Book is not a thing we are ever going to need. It is not hard to become a fighter. There's no alignment requirements. All you need is like a strength of 12. I think even Valrus and Cecily meet that requirement. 18, 21, 22, 16, 13, 12. Everyone. I could make anyone a fighter, even Cecily. I don't know why I would ever want to, but I could. So we don't need the Fighter Book. And now we have enough. Finally. Finally, after so long, we can afford the black attire. Full gold, look at that. Beautiful. This is so much money I'm blowing on this. It better be worth it. Okay, Magic Defense Plus and Special Defense Plus. That Special Defense Plus is especially good. Strong against Creature, Demon, Spectre. We now know the Spectre actually means demi-humans or humanoids, which is weird. Boost Strength. And Accuracy 5, Dodge 10, Defense 13. I mean, that's insanely expensive, but the stats are pretty dang good. Let's compare it to what she's got. 5, 10, 13, plus all that other stuff. What I'm debating is whether I should actually spend this money on tithing for level ups instead. Versus the Thief Garb is 12, 1, 7. Technical skill plus. 12, 1, 7 and technical skill plus. 13, 5, 10. I mean, it's clearly better. The thing is is it 580,000 worth better? We're doing it. There we go, we did it. Was that a good decision? Possibly not. I probably should have spent that on level ups instead, but we've done it. Alright, Izumi, you now have a ridiculously good, albeit probably overpriced piece of gear. Enjoy. I'm actually still gonna keep the Thief Garb on her. Again, just in case she starts failing at disarming traps, we equip her with the toolkit and the Thief Garb. And she should then become really good at it. Because I think that's what T-Skill Plus means. I don't know what else it would mean. So how are her defensive stats? They should be pretty impressive at this point. Accuracy, okay, well that's not defensive, but accuracy 33, defense 35, dodge 44. So her defense is quite a bit lower than the frontliners, but that's not surprising. Importantly though, her dodge is huge. It's twice as good as anybody else except Cecily, and it's still way, way higher than Cecily. So her dodge is incredible at this point. That's good. Okay, cool. Holy crap, I'm gonna have to farm those stupid reagents at some point. I thought it was 5, not 10. That's ridiculous. And 20? There's no way I'm getting 20. What are you thinking? Good grief. Okay, so if we review our quests, we have story quests in Sheen's Dungeon. The Bill Soul script is not really a story quest, but it's also in Sheen's Dungeon. Stranded in the Dungeon is a story quest. Reagent Gathering, I guess, would be more likely to be done in the Dungeon of Trials, but do skeletons appear in Sheen's Dungeon? Anyway, I consider this more of a Trials quest. And then 2 in the deep levels. Looks like Sheen's Dungeon is our next destination once again. Everyone's at full hit points? Yes, let's just rest up at the inn. And then do some adventuring. I also actually got a couple levels with all that farming, even though the enemies there aren't that strong. They're not so underleveled compared to us that it wasn't enough to get a couple levels. Oh man, do I want to lock that in? I just spent so much money on that piece of gear. We're doing it. Oh my god. Okay. Whew. The upside is I'm pretty sure every single gold we ever make from now on is just going to go into tithing. I don't think we're ever going to buy another piece of equipment ever again. Unless it's something for a trade. But I don't think we'd be likely to buy a really expensive piece of gear while doing that. Anyway, that's enough of that. It's adventuring time. So I did look up one thing, because one thing about this game is a little strange. And the thing that's a little strange is the quests in some ways are a little backwards. Because you start off with quests that are sort of deeper in the dungeon, and then you complete those, and later quests that you unlock are higher up in the dungeon in places you've already explored. Which, in addition to just feeling very backwards, actually also means it's ironically harder to find where you need to go because it's in areas that you've probably already explored. So it's like, well, who knows where we need to go on a map where we've already explored everything. So to save myself a little time, I just looked up which floor the Bill Soul quest is on. It's on the 3rd floor. We were already specifically told the other quest is on the 4th floor. So that one the game just straight up told us. But imagine how boring it would have been watching me go over every square of the first 2 floors when we've already completely explored those, because that's what I would have had to do to find to find the Bill Soul quest. Lost and Found, I think it's called. A questionable bit of game design there, I think. Making you essentially pixel hunt for where to go to get a quest done. Seems odd. I don't have a problem with that when it's on floors that are deeper than the ones you've already done. Because then you probably wouldn't have explored them yet, so you're just exploring the exploring the floor naturally as you look for the quest, and that seems fine. But anyway, enough complaining. Where do we think we're likely to find this scroll and the succubi? Maybe here. And if not here, this area seems likely. We'll try those. I looked up which floor it was on, but I didn't memorize the coordinates. I figured I'd at least make myself do that much searching. Vorpal bunnies! Feel like it's been a while since we've seen these guys. I'm not too scared of them, not when they're just level 5. I'll magic wall anyway. Okay, it ran away. Smart bunny. We don't want to fall victim to a lucky beheading. And I just misclicked in my freaking VLC, causing myself some serious problems because it totally reordered my tracks in a stupid way. Gosh dang it. Hang on while I fix that. I looked for a better media player and I couldn't find one. All their UIs were even worse. That was very frustrating what just happened though. Very irritating. Oh god. Hang on while I fix it. I'm sorry. Frickin' VLC. Why are you so tiny? And I can't scale it up. Almost. Okay, and I want this here. And I'll put this... I don't even know what that's for. Good grief, what a mess. Why did it order those like that? That's totally backwards. That's terrible. Oh, I see. It ordered them by reverse name. No wonder. I could have just clicked that again. Alright, finally, it's fixed. I'm sorry about that. Ugh. Okay, it looks like what we're looking for isn't here. Let's try here, in this room. Oh, looks like we found it. Nice. All of a sudden, you become aware of an overwhelming sweet scent filling the room. At the same time, you hear the echoes of countless fluttering wings. Looking up, you realize you have been surrounded by the succubi, who smile bewitchingly as they fly in the air, encircling the party. See, take it, and those infatuated fools will just come right back to get it. Sis, I think you mean infatuated. Shut your mouth, you're ruining our entrance and undermining my authority. Sorry. Okay, it's a comedy duo. Now, Overworlders, it's time for you to become our midnight snack. I don't think that's going to work out for you, lady. I do not think this is going to work out according to your plan. Well, they're accompanied by rogues who can probably try to assassinate us. Let's take the fight seriously. Magic... No! Magic wall! Ah, that's frustrating! Dang it! Oh, that's frustrating. Come on. Ah, okay. Whatever. Whatever. Let's try again. This has been a mess of a video. We are getting wrecked because of an incredibly stupid reason. Because I meant to hit up twice, but my finger slipped and I hit up once. It's so dumb. Okay. Let's recover from what an utter cluster F of a video this has been so far, and start doing better. Good grief. Let's do a magic boosted now burst. Thank you, Valrus. Good grief. Rocket gained a level. 21 hit points, not bad. Radar gained a level. 28 hit points, not bad. I won't forget your faces for 7 generations. We'll be back for you. We did it. We got the Bilsil script. Well done to us. Okay. Oh, unbelievable amounts of frustrating things happening aside. That went really smoothly. Luckily, nobody died. Okay, I meant to do Healing Aura. The derpage is continuing. Let's just get out of here. Let's turn in the quest. Okay. Sister Samantha, I derped a lot to get this for you. I hope you're happy. Excellent. A Mauler feels like a strange thing to get as a reward for a nun. Or I guess from a nun, I should say. What is a Mauler? Oh. 68 to 248. The accuracy is terrible, but this could be a great weapon to give to Radar. Given that Radar doesn't seem to really use multi-attack weapons very well. Yeah, I think this... Well, I think he does use the Greatsword twice, though, doesn't he? I'm pretty sure he attacks twice with it. So, with the humongous accuracy penalty on the Mauler, I'm not convinced it's better. We'll try it. But I'm not convinced. Alright, how many new quests appeared for us? As a result of completing... Oh! Buzz is just going to proactively talk to us. A job posting specifically for us from some noble. A Pori Pori mushroom, which you can find deep in the Dungeon of Trials. Interesting stuff. I think this was originally a DLC quest. 100,000 G, I'm all over it. We were asked for by name, dang. Things are looking up. Was that... Okay, here it is. No, this is something different. I guess the Pori Pori mushroom is not officially listed on the quest board then. Well, what's this about a cursed weapon? Looking for someone to help find a cursed weapon. I will accept this quest. Mm-hmm. Okay, sure. Any new trades available? Nothing that I want to trade. Let's rest up at the inn real quick, too. Just get mana points back and such. Ridge is about to level. What's this about a cursed weapon, Iron Hand? Is this going to be as annoying as your other quests? Because your other quests are pretty annoying. I mean, I kind of understand, except I don't test my abilities to understand curses. There are two special curse weapons. The first is a sword called the Murakamo. Second is a large blade known as the Great Shamshir. One of them being a legendary Oriental blade and the other Persian, I believe. The Murakamo and the Shamshir, respectively. They were rumored to be the treasures of His Majesty King... Is that Diament or Diament? I'm going to say Diament, because I think that sounds better. The Fifth. The why he had them is unknown. Now, about the reward. Once I've dispelled the curses, the weapons will be yours to keep. Okay, so I can't use them at first because they're cursed. Okay. Where on earth are they? Do you have any information about that? I wait with bated breath. Okay, he doesn't know, apparently. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm almost tempted to try the Pori Pori Mushroom quest, just because I know that the other quest is going to start advancing the plot at an accelerated rate. So it makes sense to do other things first, if we can. Let's try the Pori Pori Mushroom quest, I think. Because that's in the Dungeon of Trials, and we haven't really done much in the Dungeon of Trials lately. So, just a moment. Whilst I queue up Dungeon of Trials music. This one, and this one. Get those where I need them on my playlist. Oops. Stop. I didn't mean to play anything. Good grief. Okay, that'll do, hopefully. Alright. Did I save? No, I have. Into the Dungeon of Trials we go then. It's been a while. Now, let's expedite this with free warp. Okay. Deepest we've gone is floor 4. We've gone way deeper in Sheen. Alright, we've got a lot of Dungeon of Trials to explore then, and I am pretty sure Pori Pori Mushroom is actually a new territory, unlike some of these newer quests. So, these were the stairs that we came in, right? And these are the stairs that will lead deeper. Yes. Alright, now it's time for our bread and butter. Dungeon crawling, exploring new territory. I am excited. Let's get levitation going. Ball of Light. Battle Aura. And Advanced Reflex. Let's go! There, the music was a little loud. It's because I turn it up for the boss battle music, partly because the boss battle music track is a little quieter, and partly because it's so awesome I just want to hear it really well. I think we should be able to handle the things on Dungeon of Trials 5 if we can handle the things on Sheen 6. So I think we'll be okay here, but let's find out. Level A fighter, we can handle that. But let's definitely put up a magic wall, because we know they can hit hard. Who was it who did that instant kill? I was going so fast I didn't see. Who has the instant kill weapon? It had to be either Radar or Ridge, right? I forgot to get Valrus a weapon. That was dumb. I mean, it doesn't matter, except that a weapon can possibly give him stat boosts to make his magic better or make him faster and that kind of thing. But seriously, whose weapon gave them an instant death? Oh, was it the Mauler? It's the Mauler! The Mauler can do instant death. Okay. I'm now convinced it's better than the Greatsword. I didn't notice that when I was looking at it before. Enemy is cowering in fear. Oh, okay, they were trying to fake us out. Nice try. I'm on to you. Now we have multiple sources of instant death, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm excited to be back in the Dungeon of Trials, too. I feel like we've been exploring Sheen's dungeon for a really long time lately, and I like the variety. At some point, we're going to have to go into deep levels, but It's, like I said, pretty sure it's a DLC dungeon and it's meant for higher level parties, so I've been a little leery about going in there, and it just feels appropriate to save that for later in the playthrough and not go in there prematurely. Preserve some of its mystique. Awesome. Alright, yeah, we're handling this level comfortably. I thought we would. If anything, we may be slightly over-leveled for it. But let's not get cocky. That's a good way to get killed in a Wizardry game. So we'll continue to take the fight seriously. Assassinate some of those mages, if you will, and flame field them. Oh, they're trying to slow us. And hit us with Thunder Arrow. Yeah, they're casting spells at us. Alright, that's one down. Thank you, Izumi. Okay, let's finish the job. Nice. I never tire of that slice in half animation. Oh man, those AoEs, that's why they're dangerous. We have no good defense against those AoE attacks except killing the people who cast them as fast as possible. Oh, that's fantastic hit points. Nice job, Ridge. Radar, go. Oh, right, he doesn't have the low level party heal, the healing aura. Alright, up to you then, Cecily. Did I get an item? No, I didn't. But we got a good level, so we're gonna save that. A secret door, eh? Nice. Is there one here? Nope. Oh, Radar isn't quite topped off, I just noticed. Okay, he's 2 hit points down. Good enough, I say. Couple of level 10 fighters, we should be able to massacre them before they can do anything. Sure enough. They dropped a shield. An iron shield. We have a surplus of those, so we'll just sell it. Single giant crab, not frightening. Oops. There we go. Good grief, encounter rate. Calm down. Couple of priests. Nice work. A long series of closets or alcoves or who knows what they are. Killer wolves. They shall be the ones who are killed. You know, now that I realize that Radar has an instant kill weapon, I had to see what kind of SP plus equipment I can put on him to increase its proc chance. a treasure chest. Oh, see, it can happen. Ouch. And there was nothing inside. What a troll. What a troll. You know, if that kind of thing is going to happen, I don't want to take off the black attire that I just spent a bazillion G on, but while the Secret Ring gives a great amount of defense, well, and Vite and Luck, but still, the main thing it's giving is a lot of defense. Izumi hardly ever gets attacked anyway, so maybe I will put on the toolkit for its T-Skill Plus, and then hopefully reduce the chances of setting off more traps. As I said, it may sound odd, but I'm actually happy to see that isn't bugged and it can happen. Level 9 fighter I shall take seriously. Magic Wall. Wow, he one-shotted that wall. And then Ridge took 61 damage, dang. That's why I take him seriously. And then he gets sliced in half by Izumi. Oh wait, that wasn't the last enemy. Good grief, what was I thinking? This is the derpiest video of all time. What is even happening? I must be way more tired than I feel. I don't feel that tired, but I'm making so many mistakes. Enjoy the derpage, viewers. You might as well, if there's this much of it. May as well have a good time. Feel free to leave good-natured mocking comments on the video. Ooh, Radar noticed something. A secret door. And another secret door. Interesting. Not a particularly scary enemy group. Down he goes. Revitalizer restores a large amount of HP. Interesting. That's the first of those we've gotten, I think. We'll give it to Valrus. He's the holder of the healing items for whatever reason. A group 3 layers deep, and some of them are even almost highish level. Almost. That's a lot of powering up going on. If I were up against a group of adventurers and heard that much powering up happening, I'd be pretty nervous. It does not seem that the proc rate on the instant death on the Mauler is super high or anything, but still. Another black robe. We don't need all these black robes. We have more than we need, but they sell for a lot of money, so I'm not complaining. They're good sources of funds at this point. Ah, shock tiles. That's why we're getting that, well, not screen flicker, but the title of the dungeon briefly flickers. All those wizards are worrying me slightly. Almost makes me want to just preemptively flame field them. I don't know how much good Magic Wall is going to be against that many AoE flingers, but hey, one of them decides to run, and they're kicking us instead of casting spells. Brilliant. You missed, Radar. Well, that is a downside of the Mauler. Big accuracy penalty. Good. Oh, there we go. That activated the one-hit kill on the Mauler. Alright, 3 level 10 fighters is nothing to sneer at. Okay, never mind. Maybe the proc rate is pretty decent. Accidentally hit down instead of up. This really is the super derp video. Another secret door. They're everywhere here. A little scary. A little bit. Oh, that's a lot of attacking. I'm surprised the magic wall held up to that many attacks. Even if the damage was low, the quantity of attacks also seems to matter, I think. But it's one of many things that it's a little mysterious exactly how it works, at least to me. So much for those wolves. They got rocked. Oh, yeah, okay. The proc rate on the Mauler is pretty respectable after all. Good to know. Weapon. Oh, just a sling. Not exciting at this point. Hasn't been for a long time. I don't know if we're ever going to be able to find a better weapon for Cecily, or if sling is going to be about as good as it gets. So many secret doors. Secret doors appear to be the gimmick of choice in Trials B5. We got teleported? Yes, we got teleported. This would be a pain to 100% if not for warp. No, maybe not. That's a two-way teleporter, apparently. Which almost seems like a rarity. I feel like most of the teleporters we've encountered have been one-way. Oops. Oh, that's a one-way door. Okay. Well, looks like we're going through here after all. Bunch of fighters of unknown level. Definitely a thing to not take lightly. I'm even going to double up with huge shield and magic wall. Okay, the magic wall is destroyed instantly. Okay, Radar doing a good job of protecting. Go ahead and do it again. Excellent. What kind of shield? Just another iron shield. Alright, you know what? We are getting a pretty long video at this point, so I think we're going to call it here in the middle of exploring Dungeon of Trials B5 as we search for the Pori Pori mushrooms, apparently. What exactly was this quest about? Where'd it go? Did I not even officially pick up the quest, or... Who knows? Regardless, that's what we're in the process of doing. Next episode, we shall continue with that. I'll see you then. Sorry this one was such a derp fest.